in particular. Consider one pocket history of 21st century Catholic college basketball. Villanova won 2 NCAA titles. Gonzaga reached the national championship game. Loyola Chicago made its run to the Final Four. And Marquette and Georgetown appeared in national semifinals in their own rights. During this same span, Xavier earned a number 1 seed and reached no fewer than 3 Elite Eights, while St. Joseph's also received a top seed and entered the tournament with a 27-1 record. Wooden awards have been won this century by players from St. Joe's, Jameer Nelson, Creighton, Doug McDermott, Villanova, Jalen Brunson, and Dayton, Obi Toppin. Nor will we ever know what might have transpired in a 2020 NCAA tournament that was never played, one in which Gonzaga and potentially Dayton might have earned top seeds. Perhaps the first element to note in such a thumbnail is that so many of the programs named, all of them, actually, except Villanova and Dayton, represent Jesuit institutions. This prominence is a feature not only of Catholic basketball, but perhaps additionally of Catholic higher education as it's commonly perceived. While they are a populous and visible presence, Jesuit institutions, or indeed those of any one order, do not constitute a majority of Catholic colleges and universities in the United States. Nevertheless, the frequent conflation of Catholic with Jesuit persists among the general public, and college basketball is likely one significant contributing factor. There are nearly 250 Catholic institutions of higher learning in the United States, of which less than 20% play Division I basketball. For Jesuit colleges and universities, conversely, that figure is closer to 80%. With but a few exceptions, like Rockhurst in Kansas City, Regis in Denver, and John Carroll near Cleveland, a Jesuit campus tends to be synonymous with men's team that plays D1 basketball. The 11-member Big East Conference alone includes no fewer than 4 Jesuit programs. Jesuits are far less ubiquitous in the halls of the Association of Catholic Colleges and Universities than they are on ESPN. When Loyola faces DePaul, or when Fordham plays Manhattan, there are priestly bragging rights on the line in these clashes between different Catholic orders. Today's successful Catholic programs might fairly be said to stand on the shoulders of 20th century giants, Mikan, Cousy, Gola, Russell, and Baylor, not to mention Gavitt, Thompson, Massimino, Ewing, Mullen, Gathers, and Kimball. The story of that success is by turns inspiring, surprising, troubling, and illuminating. It is, above all, a story that is both American and Catholic, despite its setting within a sport invented as a means of proselytizing by a Presbyterian from Canada. Catholic colleges embraced Naismith's game in its infancy and never looked back. Hundreds of colleges of all types, sizes, and affiliations did the same, of course. It's a mark of Naismith's genius that he created a sport whose numerous and dissimilar adherents competed so avidly to be seen as its foremost disciples. In this rivalry dating to the sport's earliest years, we can glimpse the emergence of 2 distinct traditions of college basketball that have proven to be remarkably durable. These differing variants within the game may be termed the parish and plains varieties of the sport. They are far from the only such traditions within college basketball, and these nominal opposites are in fact alike, and ultimately constricted by the fact that both were uniformly white in their origins. The 2 traditions are the direct result of a creation story that is itself dichotomous. Naismith invented what is, among its many perfections, the perfect city sport. He was inspired in part by a game he played in the great outdoors as a child on a farm. Parish and plains. At first glance, the 2 traditions may appear to have reversed their respective real-world roles. The Catholic Church dates back 2 millennia. Yet within the confines of a mere game, invented just 100-some years ago, it is the plains tradition that holds pride of place. In basketball terms, it beat the parish tradition to the spot. The sport itself was created under the auspices and, indeed, at the specific behest of the Young Men's Christian Association, no less a plains giant than Kansas head coach Phog Allen himself.